Konnichiwa, you're watching WJN World Japan News with your anchor, Ben. On to the news. Just yesterday, the Japanese fighter planes attacked an American naval base at Pearl Harbor near Honolulu, Hawaii, killing nearly 2,000 Americans and wounding more than 1,000. The Japanese managed to destroy 20 American naval vessels and more than 300 airplanes. What a victory for the Japanese. In fact, many of our Japanese politicians are saying that Japan might even declare war on the United States. Let's talk to our Prime Minister Hideki Toho about the future plan of Japan. On to you, Haji.
Ohio Prime Minister Hideki Toho.
Ohio.
Just 4 days ago, you conducted an attack on Pearl Harbor. What do you have to say about this?
When reflecting upon it today, that the Pearl Harbor attack should have succeeded in achieving surprise seems like a blessing from heaven. It was clear that a great American fleet had been concentrated in Pearl Harbor, and we suppose that the state of alert will be very high.
What wise words. However, what made Japan want to go against the United States?
This leads back to the beginning of World War II. As many know, Japan was trying to expand its empire into East Asia in 1931. We began with the invasion of Manchuria, but after World War I, we, the Japanese, feared the unity of China, so we decided to brutally attack China within a span of 6 years.
But how did this lead to a conflict with the U.S.?
Well, at that time, Japan joined the Axis powers by signing the Tripartite Pact in 1949 with both Germany and Italy. The three of us allied together against the Allied powers, including the U.S. This made the Allied powers quite worried. They attempted to stop our aggression to East Asia by forcing us out of both Manchuria and China by imposing economic sanctions.
Oh yes, this was when Japan had an oil shortage. I believe we also lost much of our natural resources.
Correct. We were displeased with this oil blockade. We wanted to continue expanding into Southeast Asia, but now we had another goal, to displace the United States as the dominant Pacific power. We wanted to create a greater East Asia co-prosperity sphere for Asians.
So you're saying that you worked to make a place for Asians?
Yes, but many did not understand and mistook our brutality to be selfish and thought that we only wanted to make place for the Japanese. We simply wanted to liberate Asian countries from imperialist powers, yet the Chinese were too weak in unity to be our allies.
How ignorant of them. So what happened next?
Well, now we are back to the present. The attack on Pearl Harbor, a massive victory for the Japanese.
One last question, Prime Minister. You're known as the general of the Japanese Imperial Army and as one of the most aggressive militarists in Japanese leadership. Did you initiate the attack on Pearl Harbor?
Actually, the planning for the attack started before I came into office, but yes, I was responsible for the attack, which will initiate the war between Japan and the U.S.
Thank you, Prime Minister, for your information and your thoughts.
Thank you, Prime Minister Hideki Toho, for giving us your insights on the war. Next, we have a World War II expert who will be telling us in detail about the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Yes, so as you know, we, the Axis powers, are currently at war against the Allied powers. After our victory at Pearl Harbor, we are currently leading in the war. Now, let's take a closer look as to what happened at Pearl Harbor. So as you can see from this map, the attack plan was to directly hit Pearl Harbor using 2 waves of high-level bombers, torpedo planes, and dive bombers. Zooming onto Pearl Harbor, we can see that many of the United States battleships were lined up and grouped together, making Pearl Harbor the perfect target for Japan. From our attacks, we were able to destroy 92 Navy aircraft, 77 Army Air Corps aircrafts, 2 battleships, 1 auxiliary, and severely damaged 31 Navy aircrafts. Along with these, there were a total of 3,581 killed and wounded American citizens. This attack was simple, to destroy the Pacific Fleet so the United States wouldn't be able to fight back. The reason we were so successful in this attack was because the United States was not expecting it. They thought we would attack a U.S. territory near Japan like the Philippines or Guam. Now, here's some footage from the battlefield. serious controversial event that needs to be put to rest. Japan needs all the soldiers they can get to defeat the Allies and restore stability to nations worldwide.
There you have it, the latest update on the attack of Pearl Harbor. Thank you for watching WJN World Japan News. On the update and the interview with Hideki Toho, this is your anchor, Ban, reporting live from Hiroshima, Japan. Domo arigato gozaimashita.